Okay, so if you're looking to find the area of a regular 17-sided polygon with a known side length, all you need to do to set this up is begin with your equation. You know that the area formula is 1/2 SAN, and plug in what you know. Your S value is 10. Your A value is unknown. We're going to fill that in. And then your N value is the number of sides, which is 17. So all you need to do is find the apothem value. Okay, so let's take a look at our reference triangle. Now, our triangle doesn't actually look like this, right? It's going to be a lot more narrow. This angle is going to be a lot smaller. Okay, but as far as just a model of this, we're fine. Okay, so in looking at this model, we know two things. Okay, we are given that the side length is 10. So what does that mean this portion of it is? Half of 10 or 5. So we know that piece. And then the other piece that we know is the angle measure. Now, we have to find that angle measure because when you look around here, how many triangles are going to be rotated about this? One for each side, so a total of 17. So this total measure of 360 degrees, we can divide by 2 to get this whole angle measure. I'm sorry, not 2, but the number of triangles, 17, to get that whole side. So we know that the vertex angle of each reference triangle is 360 divided by 17. So about 21.18. And now, that's this whole measure. Well, when we draw our apothem, which we need to solve for, it's going to cut that angle in half, so we need to divide by 2 again in order to find this measure, which is about 10.6. Now, don't use 10.6. Use the actual answer. So when you're doing your calculations, don't approximate. Use the actual number. And so now, in order for you to solve this, we use our right triangle. With respect to this angle, we have an opposite side and an adjacent side. So opposite and adjacent is related by which trig ratio? Tan or TOA. So once again, it's the tangent of this angle, 10.6, has to equal opposite 5 over the adjacent A. And if you do the math on this, multiply both sides by A to get the A out of the denominator, and then isolate the A by dividing both sides by the tan of 10.6. What that allows you to do is isolate our A value, so this whole expression can be now written up here. 5 over the tan of 10.6. And so now here's your calculated value. All you have to do is plug this in. And so I'm going to use decimal, but 0.5 times 10 times 5 divided by the tangent of this number. So I'm going to highlight that actual number. And then I'm going to multiply by 17. Now, your calculator does order of operations for you. Okay, so you don't need to worry about this by putting times 17 here. The 17 is not going to be multiplied in the denominator. Your calculator knows the order of operations. If it's more helpful to you, you can adjust and move the 17 here and multiply it out first. But when you do, you should get your answer to be 2273.55 approximately. The units are centimeters. It is a two-dimensional area, so that would be your approximate area.